Hi, how can we serve you better? It's Giselle, the President of the Graduate Students' Union here, and I hope that I find you well. May I start by saying a huge thank you to all of you and the overwhelming response we received to our 2 projects on ethnic minorities and the PhD peer-to-peer support groups that we discussed in an email last week. In particular, the huge swathe of calls both Abby and I received from those of you who have felt that this year has been tough, and we are working hard to reply to each and every one of your queries about your difficulties. I've lodged a request to table a paper regarding your refund, and I'm particularly heartened by your patience as I'm lobbying college hard to consider our request. Also, I have spoken to you about difficulties with INIS appointments, which we have finally secured dates for, and we are also lobbying hard to change the situation regarding your health insurance, which is currently the highest form of inequality to non-EU students which I have witnessed in my years at the GSU. I will keep fighting hard to end this inequality for you as long as you need it, and you can call or text me on 086 412 0444 if you need me for anything at all, or email president@tcdgsu.ie. Here are some positive results for you this week. The 1937 Reading Room moving to Regent House for the summer. The GSU has been managing the 1937 Reading Room for many years now, in conjunction with the library, and it is a home away from home for many of us as we study late into the night. I earned 2 master's degrees in this building, so I understand its importance to you and your study. However, most recently, we have been having problems with the wiring and power outages, and this is not providing the services that you deserve. College, as a safety operation, has to rewire the whole building, and the dust and noise, we realise now, will not allow us to study there without major disruption. There is also a feasibility study to look at, installing wheelchair accessibility at the back of the building, which has to take place after we lobbied at the GSU to bring accessibility to all postgraduates to this space. When it was initially proposed that these works take place over the summer months, I was worried, to be honest, because of the disruption to your academic work. However, after a lot of negotiation, the library has worked with the GSU to find a beautiful, peaceful and wholly postgraduate space to replace this building whilst you continue your dissertation work over the summer months. From June 1st, during the closure of the 1937 Reading Room, we will move as a postgraduate community to Regent House. If you look at the pictures above, when spaced out with lovely desks, it's a beautiful space to study in. Regent House is a building under the arch through the red doors when you come in through the big wooden front gate of Trinity College. You turn right and the space we will occupy is upstairs. It is also wheelchair accessible, and we are working hard with the library and college to transfer the following services to Regent House from the 1937 Reading Room for you for the summer months. PCs with access to the library's online catalogue and electronic legal deposit UK materials will be made available in the space, as well as data pack printing devices, T-card fund shuffle kiosk, Trinity Wi-Fi, electrical outlets for every desk, tea, coffee and hot water. All COVID-related health and safety measures will apply in Regent House, including 2-metre social distancing and face coverings. the library booking system will be in operation with a 1 hour 45-minute limit on bookings. Library services free of charge. I have met with the library and discussed and negotiated services which they will provide for you free over the coming months to you as postgraduates to help your study. They include click and collect, borrowable materials only. Requests can be placed via the library catalogue at the link here. Scan on demand consultation materials only. For more information and to place requests, please use this link. Postal deliveries, borrowable materials only. Place requests using this form. Postal returns. If you can't make it to campus, please request using this form. Interlibrary loans, please request this link here. And fines have been suspended on standard loans. However, fines still apply in cases where an overdue book has been recalled by another reader. If you were in trouble regarding fines and are having difficulty financially, please contact me at president@tcdgsu.ie or text me on 086 412 0444 and we'll try and see if we can help you. New visas and Irish residency permit IRP appointments. Both Abby Shweta and myself have been fielding calls regarding INIS appointments, and we have been lobbying hard at the GSU with our international officer this week so that we can help you negotiate the challenges that you are encountering with your applications. Your visas will permit you entry into the country only, while the IRP, the Irish Residence Permit, is permission to reside. The Stamp 1G is an IRP, not a visa. Having seen Abby Shweta negotiate this territory like a superhero, I'd like to thank both her and Global Relations for their hard work this week in answering your many queries. The Global Relations team have been offered INAS appointment slots for next week. So could you please complete the form below and select a date and time for your appointment. And be sure to double check their details, as errors will lead to delays. These dates are a one-off and are fixed, and Global is not in a position to arrange appointments before or after these dates. All renewals are to be done online here. If you have any more queries, you can email the GSU President, Giselle Scanlon, on president@tcdgsu.ie or 086 412 0444, and the GSU Vice President, Abby Shweta Bhattacharjee, on vicepresident@tcdgsu.ie or +91 8583 981 336 to discuss any visa-related issues that you may be experiencing. Fighting inequality in health insurance for non-EU students. I have been lobbying since October 2nd, 2020, against a court ruling which came into effect in Ireland, which puts so many of you at a financial disadvantage when it comes to your visa requirements and the necessity to purchase overly expensive health insurance. I worked to create a motion to lobby nationally to remove international students from the definition of ordinary residents, thereby resolving the requirement for you to obtain private health insurance, which has arisen as a result of the conflicting rules of the Department of Justice and the Health Insurance Authority. International students in Ireland have always had to have the requisite insurance to meet Department of Justice requirements. However, before October 2020, as students, you could avail of the more affordable medical insurance as non-residents. But this October 2020 ruling meant that you had to have health insurance, and it increased for you by 160% based on the cheapest plans I've examined. There isn't a week that this inequality does not upset me, and I've been lobbying hard against it vehemently and fighting to have this changed. Finally, This week, I have signed a